Thank you. All right.
Here we go.
We are live. Thank you for attending the Power Half Hour, everyone. Everyone meaning myself and Angelo. This is a special time today. We had to make it work for Mr. Mark Hammer, and I really wanted him on today and to share with us his experience, his 27 years of real estate. Man, thank you for being here. I know you're super busy today, but welcome.
Well, thank you, John, for having me. It's an honor.
Thank you. So tell us who you are. You know, I know you started real estate in 1994, I believe, 1994, 1995. Tell us about that start.
Well, I graduated from BCIT in 95, and it was either I was going to become a bartender or get into real estate. And I had a girlfriend that did the real estate program before me, so I chose to go into real estate to get some, so there we go. That's how I got into real estate.
Interesting. By default, it was just like, okay, well, this is something to do, right?
It was the only thing I could do.
Okay, got it. It was the only thing that you could do. Now, but now 27 years, like you must have developed a passion along the way for real estate, right? Or was it just like, oh, this is such a grind, but it just kept with it because it was the only thing that you could do?
Well, I mean, when you don't have any other choices, you just get out there and you know, what do? You just talk to people, right? You want to buy or sell real estate. Who do you know that wants to buy or sell real estate? I mean, it's really easy. And then you ask enough people that question, people are going to come to you and say, I know someone wants to buy or sell real estate. So I remember joining, it was 1995. I was doing real estate stuff before that while I was going to BCIT, you know, volunteering in project sales and stuff like that.
Wow.
And working for different realtors doing, you know, BCIT projects. And then I was really impressed because I went to Royal LePage and they said, we'll hire you. And I was like, wow, they didn't, like, that was easy to get hired.
It's a different interview process than other industry. Yeah.
They're like, you want to sell real estate? I'm like, yeah, okay. Really? I didn't know how much I was going to give them, anything. I just knew that they had a cubicle for me and that was it. And the first, within the first 2 weeks of getting into real estate, I had a laptop, which was a big brick back then in 1995. And I remember taking it to the office and all the realtors kind of like making fun of me for having a computer.
Whoa.
22 years old. And I had a friend that says, well, my girlfriend's boss wants to buy a house.
Oh. So
I put them in the car and we drove to North Vancouver and I sold them a house.
Wow.
And then my parents' cleaning lady said, I want to buy a condo in Richmond. And you know, a week later I sold a condo in Richmond. And it was an interesting experience I had because it was an immigrant family from Poland. And they're in my car. I had a BMW convertible, 320,
wow,
the box style, right? So imagine a whole family in that. And I'm driving back from Richmond into Vancouver to the office because we didn't have any. We'd have to sign and, you know, sign the papers, carbon papers, and all that. And I had a family crying with joy in my car. I'm 22 years old, and this family is so happy that they bought real estate. So it was very rewarding right from the start.
That's amazing. I never heard of that story before. So that kind of, I guess, boosted up your passion for real estate. You're like, wow, this is actually very rewarding, helping people get into their dream home, starting their life as immigrants. Wow, this is great. Now, that's all fine and dandy. Now, you've obviously have seen several cycles. So when times got tough, how did you respond?
I always welcome when times get tough because it's an opportunity. I've seen a lot of people make a lot of money in real estate over the years, and they don't make money when times are good. They make money when times are tough. So what is that? Goes to show you, like, whenever times are bad, you have to take advantage of the situation. So by buying real estate,
Yes.
go out there and buy real estate. I actually, one of my goals when I became a realtor is I wanted to buy real estate. So, and within, a very short time, I started buying real estate. And as an agent selling, if you feel that, you always have different groups of buyers and sellers and stuff. And so when the market switches, you go after those, groups of buyers that are going to be buying when times are tough. And it's really easy to sell real estate it's an easier time to sell real estate when times are tough because the deals are good.
Ooh, that's counterintuitive because, most agents would think, gosh, when times are tough, nobody wants to buy. That's what they tell themselves, right?
Well, it's true. No one does want to buy, and that's why it's a good deal.
That's awesome. Were you always that optimistic and turning challenges and problems into opportunities, or did you learn that along the way?
I learned from an early age in grade 1 because I failed grade 1, and so you have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when you experience some sort of failure, you're going to do it at some point in your life, and it just makes you stronger. And so, like I said, a tough market is just an opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So obviously through many, many cycles, you've gotten tougher and you've grown every single cycle. Do you believe that grit for realtors is a skill that you can develop, or it just comes natural, do you think?
There's a certain amount of charisma people have, and charisma gets you ahead when times are good. And then having a strong work ethic gets you ahead when times are bad. And so if you've got both charisma and a good work ethic, you're going to do well. But yeah, gosh, when times are bad, there's still people that need to sell houses. There's still people that are getting married. There's still people that are getting divorces. There's still people that are dying. Life moves on.
Absolutely.
And it's actually, the relationships you create when times are bad are much stronger with the relationships that you create when the times are good. So you end up getting more referrals when times are bad. You end up being a better realtor when times are bad. So
it's a huge opportunity to grow. Now, through that, do you believe you worked harder during the bad times, or did you simply work smarter and did the right things?
Well, I'm not going to say I work smarter, but working, it's a combination. Like, you think about it, when times are bad, you want to have a bunch of buyers in your pocket. You got to get out there, go knock on doors, and you'll meet people that want to sell, and you'll meet people who want to buy. You just got to get out there and meet people. Yeah, but a lot of realtors will get stuck in like, oh, the market's bad, I'm just going to not do anything. Oh, it's a bad market. Well, that's less competition.
See how how Mark has turned everything into an opportunity and turned a negative into a positive. It's just how you see things. It's all about perspective. Now, I've heard from our coaching program, Mark and I met through the Mike Ferry coaching program, that my production is not determined by the market, but my production is determined by what I need to do differently according to what the market is doing. So what are some of the things that, because right now, okay, in Canada, rates are going up. and there's a couple of changes coming to the market, the cooling period. These might impact the market. So how would you respond to these types of changes? What will you do differently going forward?
Well, like, okay, so if there's changes, know your numbers, right? Know what the supply of housing is, know your price per square foot, know your numbers. So when you and study this beforehand. So when you're out talking to people, you have good information to give them.
Right.
It makes you look smart.
It's so simple. Study the stats. Know the numbers. Know the market. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Know your market. Know the sales in the area. And that way, if you're out talking to people, you're out prospecting, you know what's going on.
Absolutely. You become educated, and you can educate the prospects that you talk to on a daily basis.
You've actually got value to bring to the table to prospective clients.
Absolutely.
And your clients.
Right. Now, Mark, 27 years in the business, you still go door knocking. You still go door knocking, guys. Like, he still goes and door knocks. And for our listing that we had together, he door knocked all the neighbors. He still does it. How are you keeping this going, this energy, this enthusiasm about the business going?
Well, I've got to, I've got to do what I promise, right? And so when I go into a listing presentation, I'm going to say something, and I'm going to do something different than the other realtors do. Even if you just knock on that block once you list the property, hey, just list it 3822, it's got and it's priced at 3.8 million. Do you know anybody looking to buy into the area? And they say, oh no, well, maybe some friends. Well, we're going to be showing it Thursday 5 to 6, so come on by. Oh, okay, maybe. And I appreciate you thinking about it. You know what comes next, right?
Yes.
Tell me, when do you
plan on moving?
There you go.
Amazing. So tell us a bit about that. You said you're simply doing what you promised to do. I know you put it on your plan of action that this is what we're going to do. Door knock all the neighbors, talk to all the agents in the area. You actually do what you said you would do. How important is that, doing what you say you would do in real estate?
It's not just real estate, but anything, anything in life, doing what you say you're going to do, because if you don't do it, you're letting yourself down. So if I can go to bed at night saying I did everything I wanted to do, I'm going to have a good night's sleep. And I'm going to make a lot of money.
If I have a good night's sleep and I do what I say I'm going to do, I'm going to make a lot of money. How simple is that? Mark, I've always looked up to you for many, many years. You don't shy away from anything that's hard in real estate or in life. You just go for it. How did you develop the ability to do things that are hard? And you never even flinch. You just go for it. You just do it. How do you do that?
I mean, you got to look at, we've got it pretty easy here. And so it's not hard to do these things. I mean, I think sometimes we just have to be really thankful for what we have and our opportunities that are in front of us. And if we don't take advantage of these opportunities, we're not living life to the fullest.
Wow. So is that how you see every single day, as an opportunity? And we got to take advantage of what we have today. Like, we're alive, right? And
I'm alive and well.
Exactly. And you go out there and you actually do the hard work, even after 27 years. It's absolutely amazing. I just want to say you are absolutely amazing.
Well, there's an abundance, right? There's an abundance of wealth, and it's on its way to me every day in every way. And so when you see a neighborhood of houses, that's an opportunity. And, a lot of agents will knock on the doors and have doors slammed on them, and you might not get anything from that. Most likely you won't. But and this is going to sound a little weird, but the universe will see that you're doing this. You're putting it out there that you're open for business. And so that's giving you opportunity. You know, you're
That's
going to have lots of opportunity by doing that. If you just stay at home and do nothing, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah, guys, you just got to get out there. It's so simple. You show up, you have a positive mindset, and you go out there and do stuff. The universe will reward you for the actions that you take.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. At this point in your career, Mark, I think you're mainly about contribution. How many people can I help? But you also contribute to the Fraser Academy, and you do a lot of community work. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I'm on the board of Fraser Academy, which is a private school, and it's for kids with dyslexia. And I went to the school. That's why I failed grade 1. I'm dyslexic. So, and yeah, I'm seeing the school grow. I've been on the board for about 8 years now. We're going to be building a new school. So it's really exciting. And we're able to help these kids with dyslexia.
That's amazing. That really truly is amazing.
Yeah.
And so the next logical question for me is like, is this your why, or do you have a bigger why of why you work so hard still at this stage in your career?
I don't work that hard.
Okay. Okay. Interview over.
I mean, that's just, I think that the younger generation, it's not used to like doing what maybe previous generations have done, right? And so, you know, what I'm doing is considered working hard. I don't consider it working hard.
Wow.
Why am I doing this? Well, I've got a family to feed.
Pretty simple.
You know, I want to be able to contribute to society and do things that will, you know, I want to create a legacy. I want to make a difference. I mean, these are all these things, and I just want to live life to the fullest. You know, whether I'm skiing, mountain biking, dirt biking, or doing whatever else I like to do.
Yeah, you certainly live life to the fullest, and you never even flinch on taking action. A lot of us procrastinate. What do you say to that? Like, how do you get over procrastination? I never see you procrastinate. You just go for it.
Well, you know, it's, you know, you wake up in the morning, you jump out of bed and you get down and dirty and do it.
Such a driver, major driver.
I'm amiable.
Yeah, no, so not. But yes, so you don't even think twice. You don't think twice. You
know, it's more energy to think about something than just to do it. So, I mean, it's human nature to, you know, say you're going to go. I'm just using door knocking as an example, right? But even for me, you know, you haven't done door knocking in a while. You've got a new listing. You know, you drive up to the house. You've got some notepads or some sheets you're going to hand out. And then you just drive around the house and you drive around the block. I'm like, well, I'm driving around the block to see what's going on, you know? But, you know, but then eventually I stop the car and I get out and bang on some doors.
My gosh. Okay. Yeah. I do want to reiterate what you just said, and it's very, very important, guys. It takes more energy to think about doing something than actually going ahead and doing it. That's the way to kill procrastination. It's just go ahead and do it. So why are so many people, do you think, in this analysis paralysis of taking action?
Well, you know, I'm fortunate enough that I've got a great sphere of influence, and you know, likes attract like, right? So I mean, everybody I'm with, I mean, takes action. And so if I'm going to give advice to young people, is surround yourself with people that are doing things.
That's why I hang out with you. Thank you.
That's why I hang out with you.
No, seriously, thank you for letting me hang out with you. And you got you know, Mark's has some amazing friends who are doing big things. And so the younger agents out there, if you're listening to this, surround yourself with people who are doing a lot more, people who don't procrastinate. And if you hang out with people who procrastinate, it becomes a norm for you as well. That's why I love to hang out with Mark. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing. Amazing. So what do you see for yourself, Mark? 27 years in the business, in the next 5 to 10 years, what does it look like for you?
I want to get, gosh, I mean, building up a team, and I can really learn a lot from you, John, with regards to that. Being able to, get more involved in the investment side of real estate, which I'm sort of shifting towards.
Mm.
And, I'm 49 years old. So I want to be able to, do my mountain biking, my skiing, spend time with my kids, and just live life to the fullest. My expectation is just to do what I'm doing, but learn along the way.
Yes, you're always learning, even at this stage in the game.
And I'm a slow learner, so.
Oh yeah, no, you're not. Well, actually, I am too, but you take immediate action once you learn it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. A lot of people just learn, but never take action on it. See, I see you take action all the time. That's what inspires me about you. So amazing.
If you're thrown into it, you gotta take action, right? And having having expectations on yourself, is what makes you, what motivates you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're complacent, have more kids.
So Mark and I have almost the same age of 2 girls, but Mark also has an older son as well. So yeah. He decided to get out of complacency and have more kids at 49.
There you go. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I tell you, that will get you out of complacency.
Absolutely. So he's fired up again. I do want to talk about this, and we talk about this all the time, is that every generation seemed to get softer.
Well, generations before me have been saying that as well. So
right. So how do we not let our kids become that, soft generation and have them have the grit that we have and work hard and know how to work hard? Is that something that we can teach the next generation or to younger agents that are listening to this?
Well, I think it's really important that it's not about getting things. It's about the journey you take to get it.
Ooh.
So, right. So like a Rolex watch, right? I bet you with your Rolex watch, John, you can tell me the journey you took when you bought that Rolex watch.
My dad gave it to me.
I know, but your other one.
My other one, yes. The journey that it took to get it was way more rewarding than actually putting it on my wrist.
Yeah.
Because
I can tell you the story about this one. And every other one I have there's a story behind it.
Mm.
I'd buy more of them right now, but they're so hard to get.
Tell us about one of the stories. Like, how does that journey, motivate you, and how do you keep going with that?
Well, I'll give you an example. My parents had their 50th wedding anniversary, and they come from a generation where you wouldn't even think of like having a Rolex watch. My dad wanted to have a Rolex watch all his life, but it just didn't seem to make sense for him. He just couldn't picture it. And so what I really wanted to do, because I remember when I bought my first Rolex watch, my dad was really eyeing it. And for years, he would always be like, hey, can I try that on? Can I try that on? And so, it was one of those, it was my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. It was I put it down in my goals. I wrote down my goals at the time every day, what I wanted to do. And for probably about 6 months in my goals, I had to buy my parents Rolex watches.
Wow. Both your parents?
Yeah, for their anniversary, right?
Wow.
And yeah, so and that was a journey for me. And it was actually, that was a great journey. You know, and another time I, you know, being able to, you know, you do some sort of investment and you have a big win. Well, I call that Rolex money. So, I mean, you don't spend all your money on a Rolex, but
Right.
you can spend a small amount of it on a Rolex. So these little goals help you attain big goals.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about this. So these little goals help you obtain big goals. It's all about one thing at a time. You build up baby steps towards the big things. You mentioned writing down goals.
Mhm.
How important is that habit of writing down goals and building up your goals?
Well, I mean, achieving goals is momentum. Life is momentum. And so once you get that ball rolling, it's like a snowball. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so having goals in front of you, it manifests, right?
Mm.
So you write your goals every day, what you're looking for. And I mean, it could be anything. And if you write it down long enough and think about it and remind yourself about it, because when you're writing it down, you're reminding yourself, then you will accomplish those goals.
Amazing. Where did you learn this?
I mean, I still haven't got my $1 billion yet, but you know.
You keep writing it down. Where did you learn this process? What's did you read some book that taught you this, or you know, was it the coaching that taught you this?
You know, yeah, I mean, gosh, books. I mean, there's a lot of books about writing your goals down. You know, there's a lot of successful people that have written their goals down. You know, there's dream boards, all that stuff. Like, you know, you know, and it sounds a little funny because, like, you know, years ago there was a book called The Secret that came out,
Yes.
and you make this dream board. And I remember, I think it was there, and then there was like the movie or something, or there was some guy being interviewed, and I remember watching, and he's like, yeah, I put a house on the board, and then like 5 years later, I went and saw this house, and I bought this house, and then I was moving my stuff into the house, and I saw my dream board from 5 years ago, and there's the house.
Not a house like it. I bought the house
The
that
house,
was
yeah.
on the vision board. How crazy is that? John Azaraf, check out the movie.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So vision board, writing down your goals, working hard, and seeing everything that's negative, challenges, problems as an opportunity. That's how you got to where you're at today.
Yeah.
Mark, any last insight for the audience to move ahead with 2022 the right way?
Well, just have fun, enjoy the sunshine, and have a smile on your face.
It's so simple. Just have fun. Live every day to the fullest.
Our job is really simple, right? Like, all we have to do is go find people that want to buy and sell real estate. It can't be more simpler than that. Don't try to overthink it. Just get out there. If it's a nice day, door knock. If you're on your way to an appointment or on your way to prospect, call up your sphere of influence, call up your friends. If you're going for lunch and the person that's delivering you the food, ask them if they want to, if they're looking to buy or sell real estate. And you never know. I mean, I was getting my computer fixed the other day, and you know, it was just for fun. We were just like, oh, do you know anyone looking to buy? You know, are you thinking about buying or selling real estate? And you know what? He is.
Wow.
This is the computer technician, right? So there's a lot of prospects out there for everyone.
Guys, he actually does this. We went to Cactus Club a while ago, and he would ask every waitress or waiter, you know, who do you know that's thinking about buying a real estate? Like, he actually follows what he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all the time. I mean, you know, and maybe I was doing it to show off or something like that, but just to try to, you know, pick up a client in front of you. But there's endless opportunities out there for everyone. And yeah, and John, thank you, because I mean, we just did a co-listing together, and I mean, it went flawless. So I learned a lot from you and your team, and thank you for having me involved with it.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. And thank you for being my mentor. Now we get to
Okay.
collaborate as business partners as well. Mark, if we wanted to join your team and if we wanted to send you referrals, how can we reach you?
Well, you can just give me a call. It's Mark Hammer.
Mark Hammer.
Mark Hammer.
604-761-1335, correct?
604-761-1335. And if you know anybody looking to buy or sell real estate, I'm here for you.
You are the best. Thank you, sir, for today.
All right.
Thank you.
everyone.
Have a great day.
Okay.
All the best,
Bye now.
guys.